Alright, so I'll show them default nades first, and then the fast exec nades, and then I'll just show the rest of the stuff. So for default nades, there are a couple. Let's do the smokes first. This one, you see two shadows here that are vertical. They look very identical. You aim at the left one, and you just jump throw from this fence. And that lands in the front side of toilet. And then in combination with that, someone else would do the other smoke. You have to be at this shadow here. There's a standing jump throw. You'll see this leaf here, and you aim approximately at this area where the two things move. Two things meet, two edges. The leaves move a bit, but it shouldn't affect it too much. That is for going mid real fast. So what this does is when these two smokes are down, you pretty much just run through here. There might be an op here, then you can just flash through. He either has to fall all the way back, giving up all this, and then you can go into con, or if he isn't fast enough, he'll get caught out. So at most you lose one player, but you might get you probably get the trade. You probably get the trade as well as you get con for free, pretty much. If you have like one person holding from here and the rest just come down here, they can't really do much. So that's one of the default setups. So the B short molly, which I throw every round usually, is from the same spot as the this smoke. You stand, actually it's not as accurate though. So you stand at this line, and then you aim at the bottom left corner of the B. You just jump throw. And that one denies them from pushing. Usually they'll counter up with a, if they know it, they'll do that. And with our molly, you can pretty safely just take this here like this. And once you have B short, you can like, I like to just stay here, check for boost. As soon as they boost, wall bang that with an AK obviously, or play anti-flash. Maybe they'll peek, and then if they don't peek for a long time, maybe I'll smoke this off and help con out. So last default nade set. Well, not nade set, just one nade. You can still do these two. Well, this one is more A heavy default, so you still do these two ones. So they think we're going there, and then we actually go A long, maybe, and then once we have A long, we can throw the smoke. So you aim at this disabled person, go down to around the middle, slightly to the right, and just jump throw. And this one lands at the end of long. So from their perspective, you can't see anything. But from our perspective, not only like with that smoke down, whoever, if there's anyone playing there, he's isolated. You can kill him, or you can group up behind the smoke and be ready for, as soon as it fades like that, you can go through, and they might be caught off guard because if they don't have short, assuming we have short, then it's very hard for them to hold from both sides if the long guys are this close. So I'll go over some normal exec nades. So I have two lineups for bank. One is from A short. You stand in this corner, aim at this A bottom right corner, go down to this chimney thing, and just jump throw. That should land there. And for the dumpster one, you aim at the woman head. Everyone knows this one. For mollies, actually I have to show you the other bank one. The bank smoke I have for long is you aim at this O, you come, is it O? Yeah, this O. There's this A here, you aim on top of it and just regular throw. For mollies, I have two. One's for truck and one's for the default box area here. So truck, if you want to molly the We want to molly this and the truck itself. You aim a bit lower, you stand here, aim at this building and walk throw. That covers that corner. But if you want to cover somewhere behind the truck, then you throw a molly that's slightly higher. From this building, you go up to when it reaches this edge. So something like this. That lands behind the truck, which clears this. Oh, it's shit. Oh, there you go. Sometimes the spreading is a bit weird. For the default box molly, you come to this pillar here and strafe out a bit so you can see the default box. Aim from the middle, go down to the floor here, and just jump throw. That one lands. Actually, that's not ideal. I think maybe you aim a bit higher. Yeah, there you go. And that molly's the back of this default box, which a lot of people play. For B, I'll show you the fast exec one first. Assuming like we never go B short, we just go straight monster. There are 2 nades I can show. First one is the fast heaven smoke. So actually, I found a more consistent lineup. So you get into this corner, you can't move it when you get it correctly. And then from this light gray thing, you aim up to the middle of this gray bar or whatever, and there's a running jump throw. So you release when, if you look at my screen, the left edge of my screen, you can see the pallet thing. As soon as that thing leaves your monitor, you throw. So it looks something like this.
Laying down smoke.
I think it's better to release early though. I'm pretty sure. The fuck? Huh.
Throwing smoke.
I don't know. It's supposed to hit this shelf here and land here. Let me try again. Maybe I'll use my old lineup. So the old lineup is actually aim at the top here instead of the middle. Everything else is the same. Oh, there you go. Okay, maybe just use this lineup then. I don't know. The first lineup I showed worked a couple of times when I tried it.
Smoke.
Okay, this works. And fast molly, this is for barrows, is you get into this back wall, and this not too precise. You see this, that, I don't know how to describe this. Bottom left of this thing, and this thing should meet together, and you know you're in the right spot. And then from this, the first line, you draw down to this line. Well, from the wire, you go down to this line, and then it's a running throw. Also, it's a Molotov. So you release when you reach this point, which is the second last line, I guess, is how I can remember it. So it looks something like this.
Throwing fire.
Do it from the start.
Throwing fire.
George. Huh.
Incendiary out.
That's what's supposed to happen. Maybe aim a bit lower, I guess.
Incendiary.
Yeah, aim a bit lower, I guess, so it will be more consistent. Because I think these fences are actually hittable, but you probably won't hit it with your molly. So it's just safer to aim lower, I guess.
Throwing fire.
And I missed. Crazy.
Incendiary out. Incendiary.
Oh yeah, just practice it. I need to practice it as well. And the flashes you can actually I'll show the flashes later. The regular, like assuming we go from B short and monster to B. This is my heaven smoke. I get into this corner, aim in the middle of these wires,
Laying down smoke.
and then from like this spot, just jump up, and then aim in the middle here, and get up to this level, and that should molly water. So that's 2 nades from the same spot. For barrows, I think there's also it is not as accurate for barrows, like not a specific lineup. You just aim somewhere in this area and just running throw.
Incendiary.
And that would land there already. That's yeah. And actually, I don't know a smoke for this, so maybe we'll find out in the future. Oh, actually, another cool smoke for a fast exec is from this pillar here. You aim at that gray thing and just run and throw. Like you don't run too long though. Just run a bit and throw, or run while throwing, and that lands on sight, which is good. Which denies in like people playing from here to fight you or helps you plant. So yeah. And I'll show you the flashes first, and then I'll go on to CT side nades. So, okay, when you flash for monster, never flash here, because this just blinds your own teammate when they come out. If it's badly timed as well, it's full blind. Instead, what you should do, you throw it to the right. Doesn't matter if you run or just standing throw. Standing throw is actually slightly better, but running throw doesn't affect it too much if you time the flash well, so the flash would pop before they go out. But for safety, just standing throw so you don't have to worry about the timing of anything. Oh. This is the running throw. Yeah. So a running throw, if it's badly timed, like someone's here already, he's full blind. So just do a standing throw here, and that should cover anyone playing close here, anyone trying to peek monster, anyone playing barrels, anyone playing pillar. Actually, all of it up until this point, pretty much, where I'm shooting, will get blinded. Like, if you're holding monster. You won't get as blind if you're playing here, or like some weird off angle on site because you're farther away, and you're definitely not blind at all if you're playing all the way back here. So what you should follow up is like, you throw one flash here, and the second flash, you should throw it here so it bounces off the pillar. And that, like, so the first one should flash before we come out monster, well, slightly before we come out monster, and this flash should come out before we get into side. Or else you just team flash your whole team. So yeah, those are the flashes for B. Flashes for A, I don't actually know too much, but just call where you're flashing pretty much. This one, like, I prefer flashing to the right than to the left, because flashing to the right flashes, like, blinds anyone playing here trying to play in front of the smoke. Oh my god. So yeah, anyone who's trying to play outside the smoke, you'll be blind. And also, it's harder to team flash with this because for like, there's a long period of time for them to walk in, so you don't have to worry about timing too much. Versus if you flash to the left, it's really awkward because it's kind of really hard to dodge that flash. So flashing right is the way to go in my opinion. And yeah, I'll show you the CT side stuff now. So right off spawn, this is the deep. I'll show you the B first, and then the mid things first, and then the mid things later. So the B smoke, this is for deep monster. Get into this corner, crouch and jump throw. This is 128 tick only. Lands here, bounces off, and smokes that off. So for whoever's playing B short on B, you always want to come down here and molly that. So this is not too specific. Get around at this door, and then you aim at the second balcony there. Just regular throw. And usually, the flash lineup that I learned is like this, but apparently it's not good enough, because how you can use this flash is you stand here and wide swing, but Gary doesn't seem to like that. What's another nade to use? Nading open the door is pretty good. You do that. Or I see some people doing like well, not some people, as in pro teams. They like jump spot this, and as soon as they see someone there, they'll nade it, followed by wall banging. Get into this corner and aim like somewhere above the sandbags, I think, for the wall bang. Wait, which corner is it? Might be this corner. Then it's actually like here. Yeah. So nade followed by wall bang is really strong. Yeah. And let me think if I missed anything. There's a pop flash I know for B short. You get into this corner, you aim at like, I don't know if you can see this dot. There's like a dot here. Aim at that and jump throw. That lands there, so you will swing like this, and then you, yeah, just hard swing off of this. Maybe if someone's here, that's the not the main concern. You want to clear here out first, and then you can come here. And once you have B short, you can take con. Well, you can help con at least if there's actually no one here. For playing on mid, the infamous game-winning molly, I lined this up by, it's pretty by eye, so you make sure there's a straight line from where you are to the bench, and from this you aim from this black thing down to the middle, and you have to, like, while you're running, make sure the crosshair stays where it is. So you have to actively move it up, instead of, if you just run and not move it, it will go down. So it should look something like this. Once you reach the bench, you jump throw. Oh my god. And this is quite random. Depends on spread. Sometimes you get a better spread. And for the other one, there's the two pillars here, and you aim. This is for the playground one. You make sure there's a straight line from here to the second pillar, which is where you need to throw your thing. You need to release, and you aim at from this staircase. Aim to the left here, and there's make sure you keep your crosshair there again. Running jump throw again. Now that's there. A fast smoke for mid. So this is specifically at Rory because he always misses this. You can line it up in toilets here by throwing it off aiming it off the bin. Just throw it like that, and it will land in the middle every time. And as an opera, I like to peek like this. Con, nothing too special, and that should be most. Oh, there's a flash to. I'll show you some of the flashes. There's a couple pop flashes I know. Stand like this sign and aim at the yellow crane. There's a run throw. That's not really a pop flash, but it's deep enough so that it reaches all the way back here. So if whoever's playing here swings, he can be a bit more aggressive, but not too much, because obviously the flash will fade. If they're like close, then maybe you don't want to run this much. Just run a bit. Really depends. And that will land here-ish. Oh my god. then boom, they are dead. Let me think if I'm missing. There's a pop flash for long. You just right click this flash here. That lands behind that truck, and they blind people coming out from long. I think you have to go deeper though.
Deploying flashbang.
Huh, George.
Throwing flashbang.
I don't know. You have to get it through out of the truck somehow.
Deploying flashbang.
But if it's too far away, then it doesn't blind them as well.
Flashbang.
Something like that, I guess, would work. Oh, if you're playing from this spot, a cold pop flash
Throwing flashbang.
to
Flashbang.
do like that. You aim to the right of the
Deploying flashbang.
what do you call this? Metal pole.
Deploying flashbang.
Aim to the right of it and throw.
Flashbang.
That lands like that.
Flashbang.
And actually one for short from the same spot as well. You just right click the flash here, and that lands there, should blind people. Or maybe not. Depends how close they are, I guess. Maybe if you throw it farther out.
Flashbang.
Fuck.
Deploying flashbang.
If you throw it farther out, maybe you'll blind more. That's pretty much it for Overpass. We got this one,
Deploying flashbang.
and I don't really know anymore for this map.